Next.
What would you guys do to make exploration more fun? What mechanics would you add to it? I don't like that just having a survival check for a ranger eliminates one whole pillar of play.
Well, what would you do to make exploration more fun as opposed to distilling it down to a survival check?
Right. So first off, we've got several shows, both on the Wednesday videos and the Monday Q&A videos, as well as a podcast or two that cover this. Exploration and wilderness travel is a part of the game that I spend probably an inordinate amount of time thinking about in ways to make different and better and whatnot. I agree with the questionnaire of like, how do you make it more than just a survival check or completely bypassed by the ranger?
Yeah.
The ranger will, particularly a ranger with like Outlander and the right spells, will completely negate any sort of tension or struggle to your wilderness travel. I think that's on purpose. I don't think that's an accident that the ranger does that they grant their entire party can negate difficult terrain from whatever, that their entire party can't get lost while in the wilderness. They don't even need to make a survival check at that point. So I feel you on that. What I do then, if there's a ranger in the party and I'm not willing to tell that ranger this ability does not work the way you think it does, which I would always tell them that before they make their ranger character, is to think of other things that can be at stake other than whether the party gets lost and runs out of food. And that might be things like, do they get to a place in time? Is there weather or other random events that happen along the way that hold them up? What condition do they arrive in when they reach their destination? I know in 5th edition, if it's a brand new day, they awaken as fresh as the day that they were born. But it's up to you to start introducing those rules. Perhaps you do a thing where it's like, in the wilderness, there are no long rests. That's probably the simplest way that I can think of to reinforce the danger of wilderness travel. Just like, it doesn't matter how many campsites you have, or what safe caves you find a shelter in, you're not going to get the kind of restful sleep and sort of recuperation that you will when you are at home and doing stuff. That's where I would kind of start with that. You're going to want to like eliminate certain spells. If that's the case, like Leoman's Tiny Hut is going to completely ruin your attempt to have a cool wilderness survival. So yeah. Got 2, 3.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
As the bard next door fires up his lute.
Yeah. Are we gonna deal? Are we doing